before I actually start this commentary, I have to give a humongous shout out to Sniff. Just Sniff, you're awesome. I love you, man. He gifted me a J&G perm, and I really wish like I can give him something in return, but I'm poor right now, and I guess this is the best I can do. It's not really much since he's 10 times bigger than me. That's what she said. What? Who said that? No. Anyways, humongous thank you to Sniff. I love you, man. And yeah, let's get through commentary. What is up, guys? This is Inlight, and yeah, I'm actually bringing you a topic commentary. And you know how long it's been since I've actually done a topic commentary. Just sat here and talked about a topic. It's been a while. So I'm sorry if I'm a bit rusty. I don't know. I might mess up here and there. So please don't hate, man. Please don't hate. I'm sorry. I've actually been doing a lot of series, so I've kind of pushed away topic commentating, and that's kind of a bad thing because that's what I am. I'm a topic commentator. But you know, the series has been actually doing pretty good. They got me a lot of subs actually. The Mythbusters got me a lot of shout outs and a lot of subs because a lot of people are actually interested in that, and I'm actually gonna start doing more Mythbusters. So I actually have a lot more myths to do. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling on. I just want to give a quick thank you to everyone that's actually shouted me out recently. I know Sniff basically shouted me out with that how to Inlight video, and Carol actually gave me a shout out, like an actual shout out, said here sub to Inlight, you know, all that stuff. So just thank you to them. And yeah, anyways, the topic I want to actually talk about today is something I kind of just want to talk about just because I see people still judging off of this, and I feel it's really irrelevant just because, well, I'm gonna get into it. What I actually want to talk about today is just the KDR system and ranking system in CA, and I feel like it's just so irrelevant now, because back then, you know, how we'd use a KDR is, you know, before going in game, we'd see someone's KDR, just judge how good they are, you know, see how many deaths and kills they have. You know, if they have a pretty high KDR, if they have a pretty hard KDR, you know, you'd kind of say like, oh man, this guy's pretty good, you know, just chill out, you know, play tactically and all that stuff. And that was my phone going off. That was really unprofessional, I'm sorry. And you know, nowadays it's not the fact that nobody does that anymore, but it's just, I feel it's just so easy to manipulate the KDR system in CA now. Back then it wasn't really that big of a deal because everyone was equally skilled, and you know, everyone was still starting off the game, and you know, they were just all that stuff. But you know, now CA has been up for around like what, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I want to say around there. I'm sorry, I kind of went brain dead and forgot how long this game's been up. But you know, nowadays it's just so easy to manipulate, just because nowadays KDR isn't really judged based off of skill. It's just judged over how much of an advantage you have over players, like overpoweredness, like having other guns that are kind of, you know, better than what an average player would have. You know, having that kind of advantage will bring up your KDR so much. You know, having Orthus, that will bring up your KDR and all that stuff. So I didn't actually want to say overpowered, so I'd say like, you know, having an advantage over someone. Or just even by doing it yourself, like people will actually start doing this now. You know, if you have a low KDR, you'll, you know, either you'll either like go and, if you have a low KDR and you actually like don't really like it, nowadays people will actually go through the struggle of actually having a friend help them bring up their KDR, or even, you know, having 2 computers. And I actually I didn't want to talk about this, but I'll say it anyways, just because you know, I didn't want to give people any ideas. But you know, even if you have like 2 computers, you can just make an account and just, you know, do that. But seriously guys, that's just really pathetic, and you know, it kind of doesn't get you anything in return. So why? I mean, I don't really care about my KD, so I guess I'm that just kind of mindset of a person, because I've actually, you know, I don't think my gameplay is really show off of it, but I have a 1.03 KDR, so you know, just things like that. And that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about, is the ranking systems from then and now, and how like different it is. And I just want to say, like, I think Nexon did some kind of inflation thing. You know how in economics they have inflation with money? I think they kind of had that kind of thing going on with the EXP going on in CA. Because back then I realized, you know, just like, okay, here's an example. What a good example of inflation is basically, you know how back then we used to buy burgers for what, 15 cents. I think McDonald's used to do that. You know, they served you a burger for 15 cents. And back then, CA, the probably best amount of EXP You know, if you did really good in the game, the best amount of EXP they'll probably give you is around 400, 500 EXP. And you know, back then that was a lot. Or I don't really think about the burgers. Actually, yeah, it was pretty a lot. I don't know. I'm sorry, I wasn't born during those times, so I wouldn't know. But nowadays, it's just like now burgers are like what, $6, or not even without the meal, like $3, and that's no big deal about us, you know. So think about it now. If we get 300 EXP in a game like today, that'd be like nothing to us. And I feel like that's the problem with CA now. The CA gives way too much EXP, and they don't like bring up the standards of ranking, which is the reason why ranking is so irrelevant. Because nowadays, basically, if you really set your mind to it, you can rank up to GOA in 2 weeks. Like if you actually play non-stop, do the like buy a whole lot of EXP passes and just power level, you will hit probably GOA in 2 weeks if you really set your mind to it. And I feel like that's something wrong with the ranking systems, because back then you would judge off of rankings like, man, this guy is a what, 1 star. He's been playing this game for a long time and he's actually pretty good to get, you know, that much EXP per game to be a 1 star. So I don't know, that's a bit more of a rant that I was basically just talking about. So I don't know how long this actually is. I think I talked about everything. I'm about to hit the 6-minute mark, so I guess I will end off the video here. I hope I really got my point across, and I know I kind of messed up during the video a lot, and I'm sorry for that. But yeah, I guess that's it. So this is in like, guys, peace.